Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is RemovableSanity, and today I will be reviewing Kill It With Fire on the Series X, developed by Casey Donovan Games and published by Tiny Build. So what is Kill It With Fire? Kill It With Fire is best described as a single-player arena-orientated sandbox world, where you track and kill spiders in a suburbia setting. The premise is that you are an exterminator whose job is to defeat spiders by any means necessary. That's with fire, bullets, explosions, throwing stars, anvils, anything really. But killing them is the easy part. Finding them is a bit harder. The game boasts a ton of varied weapons, 8 different spider types, optional objectives, hidden upgrades, challenges, and enough destruction to keep a demolition expert happy. And this leads me on to the gameplay. From the start, you are thrown into the extermination world by killing your first spider with your clipboard, which also holds a list of your optional objectives. From there, you are quickly introduced to different weapons and your trusty arachnid tracking gadget that resembles the tracker from Alien Isolation. Using this, you can pinpoint the general direction of those pesky spiders as they hide from you, only coming out as you move one of the large number of objects placed in the room they are on. Now, the tracker can be upgraded to a more specific locator if you find the appropriate part, and one I would try and find as soon as possible. However, like all gadgets, it does need batteries, and the charge goes quickly, so finding new ones is essential if you want to use the tracker often in a level. Once you have found a spider, then it's your duty to exterminate it in any way you see fit. In doing so, the number you kill goes on your kill counter, and this is directly tied to the opening of new rooms into the level. These then lead into new rooms which hold more spiders, weapons, secrets, and more fun. Now, there is a large array of weapons for you to enjoy. However, you have to find them scattered around the levels first in order to use them. Once found, they can be used on any level you choose to play or revisit. Weapons are literally anything from guns, Molotov cocktails, C4 and more. However, there's also other items that can be used, such as energy drinks which slow down time, and crisps that lure in spiders to a specific location. The crisps themselves can even change the spider's type depending on which crisps you feed it, which could be helpful if there's a specific spider you need to kill under an optional objective. Speaking of optional objectives, these can range from killing a specific type of spider to killing them in an inventive way. You don't have to do these, but in doing so, these unlock challenges in each level, which you need to do in order to reveal the secret ending. Now, these challenges do live up to their name, and I found that some cannot be completed without a specific weapon, which was found later in a different level. As you progress through the game, you'll often find upgrades, and these come in 2 different factions. The first is yourself in terms of speed upgrades, or the number of items you can hold, and even unlimited ammo later on. Now, each upgrade has an allotted number of points before they can be used, and as you progress, you are given more points in order to use said upgrades. However, you will never get enough points to use all upgrades, so carefully choosing which upgrades to use per level is required. The second faction is the tracker and game mode. You can upgrade the tracker to pinpoint the spider's exact location, maybe add a laser to it, upgrade the battery so it's unlimited, and even identify the type of spider. All the upgrades are useful depending on the level. Here is also where you get to optional modes as well. Goose, which replicates the visual style of the game to match the Goose Game's aesthetics, and Tiny, which makes you smaller as the spiders you kill. Now, the spiders themselves also come in a varied selection and can provide an interesting challenge depending on the type you encounter. Some spit webs at you, blocking your view. Some are invisible. Some jump, and some, when they die, explode. Regardless, all are fun and interesting to kill, but I'd be lying if I didn't have a soft spot for the exploding ones and using their ability to take out others. The level design in the game is pretty well done as well, with you moving through areas based on buildings like apartments, petrol stations and offices. Each level can be destroyed in a huge amount of fun ways, and the objectives suit perfectly each individual room. Secrets within the level are also well hidden, but not too well to ensure you need to spend hours on the internet searching for their location. The control system for the game is also nice, smooth and easy to manage, with a nice touch of being able to set up the quick select bar at the bottom with your favourite weapons. Overall, this is a really fun single player game for those that want to kill spiders and blow stuff up with not too much thought in between. In that specific area, the game excels, and I enjoyed my time going through the levels and even going back to replay the levels in a bid to get the missing upgrades or challenges I missed the first time. So what about the graphics? The graphics style offers a nice clean blocky aesthetic, which is currently the main trend for some indie titles at the moment. And with plenty of objects for spiders to hide in or behind, the game's visuals, regardless of location, always look bright and colourful. Everything here is lovely, and it helps create a great atmosphere, ready for the opposite of the dark and broody looking spiders who jump out at you and give you a scare. Frame rate and overall smoothness was good, and even when there was large explosions or mass rooms on fire, I didn't really see any slowdown or tearing. The story itself is nothing too outrageous, but you will need to explore carefully in order to soak up all the content on offer, especially regarding the secret ending. And now onto the sound. There is no voice work, with the story being preferred to be told by text. Now, the game's music comes in 3 distinctive scores, from the menu music, which is jaunty and jazzy, that adds a nice triumphant bellow whenever you complete a level. Next, there is the general music that plays during the levels, which has that clenched string instrument sound that is often found in horror movies. And finally, there is the heavy pumping music of the challenges, which is there to encourage the pressure of the said elements. Overall, the music of this game is well thought out and does exactly what is needed to ensure you thoroughly enjoy murdering the 8-legged creatures. And this leads me on to the rating of the game. Now, I rate games in order of avoid, on sale, great purchase and must own. My rating for Kill It With Fire is a great purchase. For me, the game is fun and thrives on the destructive toys to deal with the spider threat. Being short is also a bonus for those who are time restrained, and it can easily be completed in an afternoon. Replayability comes in the form of visual modes and that secret ending I mentioned previously, and of course any upgrades you may have missed along the way. Hopefully the developer adds more weapons, as I can see once this is done there won't be much reason to come back to it though. The game is currently priced on Xbox at £12.49 or approximately $15, and depending on your skill and patience would give you about 6+ hours worth of gameplay to potentially clear the story, and the replayability factor of different visual modes and secret ending. This is a perfect title not to take too seriously and enjoy some lovely carnage and fun taking out spiders. The game's visuals, sound and fun makes this a great afternoon to enjoy, though I would say without further DLC, once completed may just sit in your collection as a one played type game. Regardless, this is great and I look forward to seeing what the developer may create next. Who knows, maybe a sequel. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I do hope you like this review, and if you do, please like, share and subscribe if you so wish. And if you would like to put some notes or even just a comment in the comment section, I do like reading them. Anyway, have a great time gaming and I'll see you all again soon.